I am here with the one and only Alice Oseman. Hello.
Hello, thanks for having me.
You're coming to New Zealand.
I am indeed,
Oh
yes,
my
very
God.
excited.
So exciting. Have you been before?
Never been, no, never been to New Zealand.
What are you most looking forward to here in New Zealand?
Oh my gosh, I mean, just getting to see any of New Zealand, like getting to meet readers and, sign people's books, but also seeing a bit of New Zealand, hopefully. I hear it's a really beautiful country, so yeah, I can't wait.
Amazing. Have you heard anything like crazy or anything about New Zealand that I can like debunk?
I don't know anything crazy. I mean, I know a little bit about the like Lord of the Rings Hobbit connection, and I'm very intrigued. I'm really hoping I'm going to get to see a little bit of that. But yeah.
So I first read Radio Silence way back in 2021, and now you have just like blown up ever since. What does it feel like for your books and your characters to just mean so much to so many people all around the world?
I mean, it's like kind of beyond my wildest dreams, honestly. I feel incredibly lucky as an author to see my books reach so many people all across the world. Yeah, not something I ever would have expected would have happened. And it's just so special to get to see people enjoy and love these characters that I also love. It's so much fun. Yeah.
Yeah. I was discussing with one of my best friends who is like your biggest fan. She wanted to know, do you picture, so obviously Heartstopper, but then like the worlds within Radio Silence, etc. Do you see them as the same universe? So like there could be a crossover one day?
I kind of do. Like, I mean, in my mind, they all take place in the real world. So theoretically, Heartstopper and Radio Silence and I Was Born for This, like all my books could, all those characters could exist at the same time. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And so with that friend, we watched season two together while we were sitting on our hotel room beds creating eras to our bracelets for our concert. Obviously, Seven is featured, but do you have like an era or a song that you think represents the new book, but also the new movie?
I mean, I've got to be honest, my Taylor Swift knowledge is not super great. I feel like, I mean, when I was a teenager, I do have quite strong memories of being in the car with my friends and just like blasting Taylor Swift's first album, which is very like teen romance, like, butterflies kind of vibes. I feel like that's very Heartstopper. But I don't know about the new book. Yeah, the Taylor Swift superfans will have to tell me.
Are there any characters within the Heartstopper universe who you haven't yet written their story, but you would love to?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I feel like um I don't really have any spin-offs on the cards right now. I'm like kind of really happy with where I've taken all of the characters of Heartstopper. But I always say never. Like, you don't know what I'm going to be interested in the future. And I always love drawing little side comics and like little illustrations of my characters just to like check in and see what they're getting up to. So I'm sure there will be something at some point.
Yeah. Are they kind of just like in the back of your brain and every so often just like pop in and say, "Hey, actually, I've got a little something to add here."
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like that happens with all my characters. They're all just sitting there, waiting, and then, random ideas pop into my head.
Are there any scenes from your comics that haven't been adapted, but you were kind of sad to see that they weren't?
Oh, that is a good question. I'm sure there are, but I can't think of any off the top of my head because the TV show is actually a very faithful adaptation. Um, I mean that there is one thing in volume six, which is that in volume six there is a Halloween party. Um, but we've already done Halloween in the show. So I had like a lot of long conversations with my fellow exec Patrick about whether we should do Halloween again in the film. And we eventually decided it just like it wouldn't work. We've just done a Halloween house party. We can't do another Halloween house party. It would just be weird. So I was a little bit sad that we didn't get to have, Cowboy Nick, Pirate Charlie in the adaptation, but it's in the book, so you can enjoy it in the book.
It is one of those things where Halloween does actually happen more than once in the real world, but it does seem kind of odd to represent it twice on screen.
Exactly. Yeah.
Out of all of your characters, Heartstopper and your other universes, is there a character that you think that you relate to the most?
I mean, out of all of my characters, I really relate to Alid from Radio Silence and Francis from Radio Silence. They're both a little bit of me. But also Georgia from Loveless. I think those three are like really close to my heart and very representative of who I am as a person. So yeah, those three.
As a big Radio Silence fan, I love a shout out, so I love that. Is there anything within the book to screen adaptation process that you were sort of surprised by or you didn't expect?
Probably like how many people are involved in TV and film. It is hundreds of people, and everyone's got such a specific job, and everyone knows exactly what they're doing at all times, walking onto set and everyone's just like busy doing things. And I was just kind of standing there like, how does everyone know what they're doing? It was just such an organized process with so much teamwork. Like, it's kind of amazing to witness when you have no idea what that world is like.
Yeah. Is that quite intimidating as well? Like all of these people are working on your story. Yeah.
Yeah, so intimidating. Yeah, 100%. It's like, I mean, before the adaptation, I'd never worked with other people before. Like, I'd been a writer since I left university, worked on my own for many years. I'd never really like worked as a part of a team or had colleagues.
Yeah.
So it was, yeah, it's quite scary and yeah, nerve-wracking, and yeah, but it is special as well, like so many people involved in the adaptation just care so much about the story and care about Heartstopper, and that's a really beautiful thing to be a part of.
And is there any like little sneaky tidbit or anything that we should look out for in even the next book or the movie that's coming?
I'd say both the book and the film have a lot of callbacks to the start of Heartstopper. There's a lot of like nostalgia and kind of revisiting moments from the past, but in, when Nick and Charlie are a little bit older now, there's a lot of references to moments from like season 1 of the show and volume 1 and 2 of the books. So look out for those. Yeah.
Oh, the OGs are going to love that. What does it feel like sort of wrapping up the Heartstopper world?
It's strange. It's very strange. It's like, this has been 10 years of my life. It's been the main thing that I've been working on for at least half of that time. And it's very bittersweet, I'd say. It's, I'm really, really sad to be saying goodbye to these characters because I love them so much, and it's such a big part of my daily routine. I would wake up and I'd draw my daily Heartstopper page, and it's just such a huge part of my life and my, every day. At the same time, I'm so excited for it to be complete and so proud that it's complete and people can now pick up the series and read it from beginning to end, and that's really cool. And with the show and the film, we got to end it in the way that we wanted to, and that doesn't always happen for every TV show. So I feel like really grateful and just relieved and happy that we got to do that. It really couldn't have gone much better than it did.
Do you think that they're kind of those characters are just going to like sit in the back of your mind and just like pop in every time you try to go write something new now?
Absolutely,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm sure, like, particularly Nick and Charlie, I think I'll always be wondering what they're up to. Like, I'm sure I'll be drawing little side comics and illustrations of them every now and then just to check in and see how they're doing because I'll miss them so much, and I think they'll always be In my heart.
Oh, it's so nice to hear you talk about them like they are real people because for all of us, they are. And so it's
Yeah.
so nice to hear you just like saying, yeah, they're like that friend that's just gonna pop a text in every so often. I am very excited for you to come to New Zealand and yeah, hopefully see you when you're
Can't
here.
wait. Yeah, can't wait. Thank you so much.